year, the Justice Department official Bruce Orr has been a central figure in the drama around the Steele dossier. Orr has direct ties to Christopher Steele, and his wife, of course, performed work for Fusion GPS, which commissioned the dossier in the first place. But in an effort to downplay his connection to the story, the press keeps describing Orr as an obscure mid-level DOJ official. Really, because, in fact, until last year, he was Associate Deputy Attorney General. It's obviously a top post. Eric Felton has been following this story from the very beginning for the Weekly Standard, and he joins us tonight. Eric, he's been described as a minor player at DOJ. By whom?
Yeah. Well, the New York Times, in a couple of stories this last week, tried to downplay as much as possible Bruce Orr, calling him a mid-level employee at the Department of Justice, calling him a nearly anonymous person in the 113,000 employees at the Justice Department. What they didn't mention was that he was one of the Associate Deputy Attorney Generals. And what's interesting about that office is there are always two Associate Deputy Attorney Generals who are career employees, and then there are several that are political appointees. The career employees, which Orr was, that is the highest rank a career employee can have in the Justice Department. So Bruce Orr was not some mid-level employee of the Justice Department. He had the single highest rank that you could have as a career employee in the Justice Department. He was frequently in press releases put out by the Justice Department. The notion that he's deep in the bureaucracy and been plucked out of obscurity by President Trump shows that either the New York Times doesn't know how the Justice Department is structured, which is unlikely, or it's that they're being dishonest with their readers, which would be shameful.
Have they I mean, because that's factually incorrect, as you just laid out, is just to restate what you just said, it's the highest level a career employee can reach. Have they corrected the story?
Not that I've seen so far.
That's just unbelievable. When you pay close attention to the news coverage of a subject you know a lot about, does it drive you a little crazy?
Well, you know, what's funny is that they keep referring to Bruce Orr as little known. And he is little known if you read the New York Times or the Washington Post, where they don't tell you about Bruce Orr. They don't tell you that he was the source who was funneling information from Christopher Steele to the FBI long after the FBI was telling the FISA court that Christopher Steele had been closed as a source for misbehavior. And yet they were secretly, Bruce Orr was collecting information, bringing it to FBI agents, and the FBI agents were on a nearly weekly basis writing up official 302 memorandums. Those are official FBI memoranda. That they were writing up of the Steele information that Orr was bringing them.
It's unbelievable. I bet our viewers don't trust the media, but if they knew all the details, they'd trust them even less. Eric Felton, great to see you. Thank you for that.
Tucker, thank you.
Big tech opposes free speech. That's become very obvious in the last week. John Stossel knows what it's like to be on the wrong side of that, to be targeted for what you think, because he has been. He joins us next with his story. Stay tuned.